And then he said, don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems, wish for more skills.
I can't catch a break, guys.
Yeah.
Get them the fuck away from me. I can't be around those guys.
People think, oh, well, cleaning your room, that's just a cliche. It's like, yeah, really, eh? Just go ahead and try it.
If people had any idea how powerful sleep is for healing from anything, and the fact that it's free.
My mind is absolutely bulletproof, solid as a rock.
Podcast. Alright guys, welcome to the Fighting Fit show again. Today I am joined by Catherine Molloy. She is an absolute savage. She managed to lose an incredible 20 kg on our Kickstarter program. The reason we talk about her today is not only because of the weight loss, but because of the attitude that she's had the entire time. Again, just always coming in, working hard, never has an excuse, never comes in with a story. If she does have a story, she's got a solution to the problem that she faced. And again, I believe, Cathy, that you can be inspiration to somebody listening and can kind of maybe give them your tips or your tricks or just help them in on a winner's mindset and help them get the results that they need. So just kind of introduce people to yourself. You know, who are you? What do you do for a living?
I'm Catherine, as Brandon said. We own our own business, do office work in it. I have 3 kids, newborn, well, she's 9 months. That's really it about me, yeah.
Good stuff. And how was the pregnancy and how did you...
Pregnancy was hard.
Yeah.
Put on an awful lot of weight. Got 6.5 stone.
Goodness me, yeah, that's quite a bit.
Never with the other 2.
Okay.
And didn't know, a lot of fluid, a lot of water retention, but a lot of eating crap as well.
Yeah.
Being brutally honest. Thought I'd never get it off.
Yeah.
Thought I'd never get it off.
And what was it this time around? Maybe
I don't know. I actually don't know. Just totally different pregnancy than the last time. From day dot I knew I was pregnant, it just started to explode.
Yeah. Just
craving an awful lot of stuff, more of carbohydrates than anything. And I think that's what just bulked me out more.
Yeah.
And just thought I would never get it off. But with the Kickstarter then come in, I put my name down to it and I just stuck to it.
Good woman. And did you train during your pregnancy?
I did up till I was 30 weeks. 30
weeks, goodness me, fair play.
Yeah, 30 weeks I trained up to, and then I had back issues and different things, and I was told by the physio just to stop.
Yeah.
And I did stop, but I kept on walking. But I wouldn't like to see if I hadn't been doing any exercise, what it would have been.
Yeah. And how much weight did you say again? What did you go from?
6.5, from 10.5 to 16.5 stone.
Jason, how did you feel?
Horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. After it, I thought, even though I came back to the gym after I had Grace, I was 68 weeks after I had her. Push-ups, couldn't even lift myself off the ground, and I just said, this is desperate. I couldn't cope with it. I couldn't cope with the extra weight. The extra weight was just desperate.
I gained 10 pounds one time, and that was like, you could feel it.
It's
you
hard.
Really feel it.
It is hard. It's hard when you're breathing. It's hard getting around. It's hard on a lot of things on your body.
Yeah.
And when that Kickstarter came in, it was like, right, put my head down, and I just did it.
Good woman.
Just did it.
Yeah, and what kind of obstacles did you face maybe when you're coming around to it, or did you just switch on?
I just switched on and that was it.
That was it?
Just switched on and that was because it was over Christmas time. I had over Christmas time to enjoy the last of what I was eating and drinking, and then January came. I started in January just clean.
And were you ever that kind of overweight in your life?
Never in my life.
Ever a stone overweight?
Never,
2 stone?
never. Well, maybe after each of the pregnancies I would have been maybe over a stone, 2 stone, but never.
Yeah.
Jesus, it was never over 11 stone, 12 stone, but never be over that.
And what age is your eldest now? Or?
Lauren is 15.
And what was your approach to losing the first stone?
I had nothing on me to lose with her. It was just baby.
Yeah, okay.
Baby.
And what about the next one?
Holly she's 12. She was the same. Exactly the same. Hardly any weight to lose with her as well.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know what happened to me this time.
Yeah.
Somebody just blew me up.
I know. I remember even seeing you coming in, and because you were always so lean, and because you were always so fit, I was a little bit surprised.
A lot of people.
My goodness me, I didn't even realise, because again, you don't really, like when you have a baby, you know, you don't think, think, geez, she's pregnant.
You're not the only one. A lot of people, even after my pregnancy, says, jeez, Cathy, I couldn't believe how big you got.
Yeah.
And I say, no, I says, but you're walking, you just have to get on with it. You can't tell your body to stop.
Course.
It just kept on thinking when
I know from when Chloe was pregnant, like, like I said, it's not your fault at all.
No,
you know, your body.
But you could eat. Some days when I was pregnant, I was eating, and then I was full and hardly eating nothing. And I was wondering, how is all this coming on me?
Yeah.
But then I was eating, but I'm not going to say it was totally baby, because it wasn't. I'm being brutally honest.
Yeah.
I was eating crap.
And what was your cravings?
Everything. There was nothing that I didn't Didn't like everything. Every single thing. Carbohydrates was the biggest.
Yeah.
James, I was coming in and James, was that loaf? There was never loaves of bread in this house, that cottage loaf.
Yeah.
And I would have it gone. Just didn't know what it was.
In one sitting?
No.
Plain bread?
Maybe during the day.
Plain bread sandwiches?
Butter.
Just butter and bread? That's mad.
I just took out bread.
Did you ever have butter and bread before that?
Yeah, but not maybe a slice or toast or whatever, but not into this. It was like, oh, I need bread. I need chips, salt and vinegar. No chicken, no nothing. It was just all carbohydrates, all bad food.
That's a tough craving
to
deal with.
All bad foods.
And were you tracking your steps when you were pregnant, or were you walking?
I was, but then my back got severely bad then in 32 weeks, and I still was walking, but I wasn't tracking much, Brandon, because there wasn't much really.
Yeah.
I was moving about, but not to the full extent that I should have been.
Yeah, I can only imagine. And how bad was the back? What was the back? What did the physio say? Or?
It was Cox's bone. Cox's bone was just rubbing up against things.
Just from the pressure of the lumbar from the baby.
And weight.
Yeah, your front load.
Weight.
It's mad.
And the pelvis just kept on slipping out as well.
Toes gone out to the side. Yeah, I remember Chloe. It's crazy.
It's desperate.
It's bloody a fair play, honestly, you women.
It's desperate.
It's it's the most incredible gift to have, but it's one of the hardest things I've ever seen anybody do.
Yeah.
And then even then, after the fact, I remember Chloe saying, like, 4th trimester.
Yeah.
You know, it's like after the baby's here. Yeah. You know, that's a crazy. The next 4 weeks are bloody crazy, and then even 6, 12 weeks.
Yeah. After
it's a tough wee slog. When did you jump back into the gym?
After 6 weeks, I got the go ahead from the physio, and then I spoke to yourself, our president, and I was all right then. Just slowly do bits and pieces, and I just got stuck in from then.
And was that the Kickstarter then?
No. That was before Christmas. That was November time.
Okay.
November, December time. And then the Kickstarter was straight after Christmas.
And how much weight did you lose between November and the Kickstarter?
Not much, Brandon.
Yeah.
A couple of pounds.
Okay.
Not much.
Yeah. And what was your approach then between then and then, or how were you feeling?
I had my head, and I says, I'm doing this, and I'm getting back down to my weight that I was beforehand. I want to get back down to my healthy self, and not to have this weight burdened on me. It was hard. Now, the first couple of weeks of the Kickstarter was hard because it was getting rid of all them cravings and all the sugar and stuff that you were out. But it was good because I was eating food. The amount of food I was eating on the Kickstarter to before what I was eating was unbelievable. Yeah. The first week I was like, I have not enough because of all the food I've had. But I did. I had 6 kilos off the first.
So you actually felt like you're eating more?
Yeah, definitely. And I never deprived myself. If I wanted a bar of chocolate in the evening time, I would have a bar of chocolate in the evening time because then I wouldn't have the binge.
Just one
bar of chocolate.
That's right.
But I'd keep it into the calories.
Yeah.
So 200 calories. Yeah, that's what I keep it into that.
Yeah.
It's just something I says, I have to do this because if I don't, I'll go on a binge with chocolate after and finished it. And I never went in it. Or chippies or anything. I think it was full of chippies during my pregnancy.
Yeah, so instead of kind of swinging 100%, you went, I'll stick at 75, 80% and we'll just walk this now forever. Stuff. And what is it about the structure of the Kickstarter or the exercise? What did you find worked for you the best?
The whole lot. From the meal prep. The meal prep's a big thing in it.
What's your plan? How do you do it?
Went out and did my shopping, come home, put on the meals, or put on my dinners from Monday to Wednesday. And then on Wednesday evening I would do from then to the weekend. At the weekend I would maybe cook as I was going along because it wasn't really that mental when cooking the rest of the house. Yeah. I had time to do it at the weekend. And just make sure you prep for your food because otherwise you'll grab something else and that'll be you off.
Because that's what it is, you're really making healthy food convenient.
Yeah.
And how did you store it? What meals did you cook? What?
Well, chicken, a lot of chicken, turkey mince, steak, all your vegetables, peppers, rice, don't cut out your carbohydrates. I still have my carbohydrates. I have my bread in the morning with me turkey bacon and sausages or whatever and spinach in the bread, 1 slice of bread. And then had your 100 grams of rice in the evening time. I still stuck to the carbohydrates. I never cut them out either.
Well, yeah.
And fruit, I had a fruit in as well. And just your snack, I kept it for me. A lot of water.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What was your steps?
Steps was over maybe 14,000 a day.
And was that just from your lifestyle or did you have to go out for a walk?
No, that was just lifestyle.
Cool, okay. What do you do all day? What does your day look like?
Just on my feet the whole time, Brandon. Running from here to there, and our business we do with diggers and lorries, and I'm never sitting in an office. I'd be standing. I'd rather stand and do the things.
Yeah, okay.
And I'd be doing it myself, and maybe up to 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning I'd still be doing work.
Yeah.
When I get the kids to
In
bed.
the morning?
Yeah.
Oh my
To get them
goodness.
to bed, that's the worst when you have your own business, Fran.
Yeah,
You
work never stops.
Never
That's
stops.
Steve always
And
says,
it's, even if you have it outside your house, you still have to keep going. After I had Grace, I was into work the next day doing wages. So you've no break.
Oh
You've
my
no break.
goodness.
That's just the joys of
Having your own business. There's pros and cons.
Pros and cons, and
Yeah,
just have
yeah.
to get on with it. Get on
Fucking
with
hell.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right, so you're prepping your meals, you're hitting your steps, and
Yep.
then you're doing the workouts.
You're exercising here. I
4 or
was
5
coming in
workouts?
here Monday, Tuesday, Thursday and Friday. 4
Did you do mornings, did you do evenings?
mornings and after lunchtime.
So what time do you start work at? Well,
Well,
obviously, never
there was
stops.
no set time for starting work. I can do it whenever I want, but if I come in, the class I stick to now is 10:15. So you can go home and do your couple hours work, but I'd far rather work in the evening time. But hopefully now, when the kids go back to school, I'll get childminder to me and I'll do 4 full days a week. So I'm not going out in the evening times and working till that time at night time.
Yeah.
Just if you do that, you have your hours in and that's just it. Leave it at that. But steps was, just running about. There was nothing. But now, my steps, I go for a walk. I go for about 6 or 7k a day.
Yeah, so
my
you
steps,
do go for a walk now?
Yeah, from the start of lockdown.
Yeah.
So there's nothing else to do.
Yeah.
So everybody in the country was out walking.
Yeah, it's
so
right,
put the buggy, the child in the pram and away for a walk, and I just kept up with it. I'd get away in the morning about 8 o'clock and go for it. Or if I don't go at 8, I go at about 5 or 6 in the evening time.
Yeah.
Just to get it done.
And is 5 or 6k, is that your 10,000?
I would get about 20,000 steps, 22,000 steps a day.
Wow.
Some days.
And what do you measure? Fitbit? What do you have?
Fitbit.
Yeah, cool. Good
Fitbit,
stuff,
yeah.
You need it. Honestly, people,
You do.
People seriously underestimate
Steps is a big
yeah,
one.
say, oh, sure, it's just a walk, it's only a walk.
It's not, it's good.
It's
good.
a massive calorie bar.
Yeah, it is. And during the COVID thing as well, we did a lot of work around the house and I could be outside and I could be up 32,000 steps a day. You're on your feet, on your feet the whole time, and with the good weather, it was great. But 15,000, 16,000 now, if I can get it. Minimum. Well, that's, in some evenings. There's an evening, a couple of girls, Kiara Homes and all, then we meet up and we go up the mountain around, up around the Lumpers there. You could get up to 32,000 steps from doing it. We do it on a Tuesday evening, just to get out.
Yeah, it's all really about the habits, isn't it?
It is,
It's
definitely
what you
is.
do every day. I always say to people, try and design your perfect day.
Yeah.
So when I say perfect day, I mean something that fits in the kids, the dinner, the family, the work, himself, exercise, and try and just stick to that plan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody wants to focus on intensity rather than consistency. That's and that's one thing, for us that we notice with you, it's constantly consistent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not this big, massive,
Drop.
hard slog, even though it is. Those small decisions are very, very hard. You know what I mean? But once you get them right, once you get the ball rolling, that's really what makes the big, big difference.
Yeah.
It's not about going in and doing a 2-hour gym session and just going, I'm cutting out chocolate, I'm cutting out carbs, cutting out everything.
There's no point.
This is it. It needs to be a lifestyle.
Yeah,
Because if you can't sustain it, you're not going to sustain the weight.
You're not. You're definitely not. And the thing with me, I had an awful fear for years and years was the scale.
Yeah.
The weighing scales. And I started to take a picture of myself and my body fat and the different. I'm going by them. If the scale's up some days, it could be up by a couple of pounds one day and then I just don't go. I do go with the scale every week. I weigh myself in now, but I'm not,
you're not
Jesus
letting
Christ,
run your mindset.
Yeah, I've stopped that. Even when I was pregnant, I just stopped. And it helped me because otherwise you're there, oh God, I've been up such and such a weight, such a weight. It's great in here, you weigh yourself on a Monday and the following Monday you weigh it as well. So you're going from there to there. And it's not every day you're hopping on the scale. I don't even own the scale. I did over the COVID just to keep myself right. But I hate getting on the scales. I think it's really a mindset thing. But if you take your pictures and your clothes is a big part in it too for fitting into clothes. But scale was a big fear of me.
Yeah, and you just kind of got over it?
Just over from when I got pregnant, I just said, what is this scale like?
Yeah.
You know, that kind of way.
It's just how much you weigh.
Yeah, it's just so much you weigh. You can't do nothing about it. But your other things, like your body fat and your measurements and different things are coming down. You can see big progress in it.
That's a great point.
It's a lot.
Yeah, you really have to focus on everything.
Yeah, it's not just the one thing.
Yeah, you can. I'm sure we've all seen the photos of the people on Instagram, or Facebook, or whatever like that. 67 kg before, they look one way with a picture. 67 another way, they look completely different. So that's weight for you in a nutshell.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're obese, like you're up at 90 or 86 kg, the weight was relevant then.
Yeah.
Obviously we need that weight to come down because you're going to be losing an awful lot of mass.
Yeah.
So as a general trend, you'd hope for it to come down. But like I said, if you're 80 kilo one day and then the next day you're 80.5.
Yeah.
But you've done everything right.
Yeah.
You know, then you just have to have faith that you're doing everything right.
Right, yeah. You do have to have it. The scale is good to keep yourself accountable for every week. Not every day. I had a thing with jumping in every morning. And it wasn't right for your head. You're why am I doing this to myself? And after you get off, you go, why did I do it?
Yeah.
Why did I do it? So just on a Monday, come in and get weighed, and the following Monday or a Friday or whatever day I come in and get weighed. But I try to keep it till the Monday.
You're
just keep it that way.
You just follow the program to the
just
exact
follow the program. Follow the program, but you have to.
Yeah,
have to.
This is it. I mean, like the program is the program for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we've been doing this back since 2014, and Stephen himself has been, you know, trying to figure out the most optimal way to lose weight for himself.
Yes.
From even years before that.
Yeah.
You know, and this is the process that works. You know, it's worked for lots and lots of people, and then the Kickstarter is an even better program.
It definitely
we're
is.
constantly refining and changing things. I find that book is just
it's brilliant.
It is really cool, isn't it?
It's very, very good. The Kickstarter was, I never did nothing like that before. I did fad diets and stuff like that there, but you weren't eating on it. This one here, you are eating plenty of volume and different things. You're never hungry on it.
Yeah. If you skip your veggies, you'll be hungry.
Yeah, if you skip, but that's what you have to bulk it out nearly. Yeah. Not bulk it out, but just have your vegetables with your thing.
Yeah.
But I couldn't believe you were allowed 100 grams of carbohydrates. Because with other days,
it's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, like other days, you'd be like, oh, jeez, I can't. But, you know, some diets then say, oh, eat as much carbohydrates as you want, blah, blah, blah. Sure, it doesn't work that way.
And it's saying that as well. I mean, like, it's not the Kickstarter. It's not, you know, for you, you had a large margin for error, I'd say.
Yeah.
You know, because of your NEAT.
Yeah.
Because of your steps.
Yeah.
Because you, like, if somebody's literally hitting 10,000 steps every day, and, you know, their calories, so let's say they're 10,000 calories, and maybe when you're always estimating your calories, it's always an estimate. You can't, unless you're measuring everything, and even then, you know, one bit of steak might have X amount of fat, another bit of steak might have, you know, I was in the supermarket yesterday, 3% in one, 12% in the other. You know what I mean? And so 9 calories a gram for fat can be a big difference in your calories.
Yeah.
But if you have that safety net of an extra 10,000 steps, like there's no way you'll gain weight with that.
Yeah,
you know,
no, it can fit into it. And even as carrying on, like, I'm being brutally honest, we get a takeaway every weekend. But my rice, I get the boiled rice, and I know exactly. It's enough. 100 grams is enough. 120 grams.
And do you weigh it then?
No, I know exactly what.
Brilliant.
Because it's loads. Before that, I was loading the plate, but we get a half a thing of fried rice. I was taking half. James taking another half. You don't need it all.
Yeah, true.
Realistically, you do not need it all.
It's gluttony an awful lot of it. I know for myself.
It is.
Like, I would literally sit down and I could eat a tray of rice.
Yeah.
You know, the whole thing, curry sauce, chicken balls, chips.
And you don't need it.
You don't need it at
You
all.
don't need, and you feel desperate after it.
Oh.
At least when you eat this here, you're going to, oh yeah, that's great. I don't feel bad.
This is it.
Yeah.
You satiate the hunger and no more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Exactly. And here, look, I'm all for a little bit of gluttony every now and then. Everything in moderation, including moderation.
Yeah.
You know, every once in a while you need a big blowout. But if that's what you're doing every week, it's crazy. Like, for example, you have pregnancy with the loaf.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I genuinely know people who live that life all the time. You know what I mean? And it's so hard to break that mindset.
Yeah, definitely.
But it is. It's just bad habits.
Very bad habits. It's just a habit. Every time I was going to the shop, I was grabbing this loaf of bread.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't in that shop, I was going to another shop to get it.
Yeah.
It just was, I need this bread.
Well, in fairness now, like I said to you, one thing I really learned, big capital letters with pregnancy, is hormones.
Yeah.
Hormones are crazy.
Yeah.
Hormones are insane because it's like, literally, it's like you're not the boss.
No.
We think we're the boss. We think I sit here behind my eyes and I'm in control.
Yeah.
You're not in control at all. Your hormones are in control. You know what I mean? It's like everybody knows this. If you miss the night's sleep, you know, you're a different person the next day.
Yeah.
You know, if you miss a couple of meals, you're a different person.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, really, you're not the boss as much as you think you're the boss.
You are, but you're not.
And I think that's why habits are so important. You know, good social networks important. Like for Tux, you were saying there, like, you know, you and Ciara Holmes, having that community that go for active walks together.
Yes.
You know, having that, just that discipline to set up the habits in the first place of prepping your meals, doing the shopping, you know, having your workouts, paying for a program, committing to it, and that way, you know you're locked in for a certain period of time. That there's all this leverage in place for you to be an active lifestyle kind of person. Whereas if you don't have that leverage in place, you know, when you just feel a bit tired, you're just like, sure, I just don't bother.
Yeah.
Like, for talk's sake, I always think it's like, if you just have a gym membership, your friends, your family, and nobody is interested in weight loss, you don't have any weight loss friends, you don't have any people that are interested in nutrition with you, you're just a lonely man sitting on a boat.
Yeah.
You know, just kind of,
how am I going to do this?
Oaring your way around the place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas if you have a big ship full of people who support you, you know, you've got friends, you've got family, everybody knows that you've told people about it, you know, you're active on social media if you've a part of the members group or the healthy lifestyle group, and you're putting all this leverage out there, you've got a team, a bloody squad to help you row this boat. You know, your chances of getting there are going to be way, way higher. Yeah,
definitely. And I found with Kickstarter too, with the posting your food, on taking your picture and posting it, and everybody was doing the same. It was great because you were accountability of what you had at that day. I had this, and at least everybody else was doing the exact same. I think everybody felt good by posting the picture. And
I nearly look forward to posting my meals once I'm in the habit of doing
it. I think I still take a picture of mine now, but I wouldn't post them. I just take a picture. I just take a picture.
Just out of habit.
So I know myself. That's my accountability for the day. I had that. I had this. I keep doing it now. I do keep track of my fitness pal as well. But I think a picture is 1,000 words. Honestly, it's great. Yeah, it is really, great way to keep it right.
Especially, like I said, if you're some people need upskilled with their cooking ability. Yeah. You know, like if some people are making absolute shit and they wouldn't post that. Yeah. It's like, well, then maybe
make something that looks nice.
Exactly. Yeah. Because what's that saying? Eat with your eyes.
Yeah.
And if you wouldn't take a picture of that,
why would you eat it?
That's it. Exactly. Yeah.
You'd scrape it around the plate.
Exactly. Yeah. Or you're just
bored.
Exactly, yeah. You're just eating this shitty little food. You're just kind of grazing and snacking on. You know, nobody's going to take a picture of a sliced toast.
No.
You know, take a picture. Or a little bit of sausage. You know, a few scrambled eggs beside it, a little bit of butter, maybe a few chives or whatever. You know, it looks nice,
colourful,
tastes nice, and it's good.
You'll eat it. You'll eat it. You're not going to be pushing it to the side.
Exactly, yeah. Rice and chicken and broccoli.
Yeah.
But again, a little bit of seasoning. Again, it's a big thing I found at Kickstarter.
Very, very good.
Yeah.
Very, very good. Because at the start I didn't think you were allowed anything. Then I started adding my seasoning into the things, and it was great. It was absolutely great.
I literally brought upstairs, the guys have would normally bring in some kind of prep meal, or bring in chili con carne or rice, or the guys that have the ready-made meals, of curry or whatever like that. Yeah. And there was nearly bedlam here one day because we ran out of salt. Yeah. So I brought in a little thing of salt because it makes a massive difference.
A big difference, yeah.
Especially if you're buying, prep meals and, maybe they don't want to over-salt thing, or maybe they just don't salt enough. And I brought in a thing of salt, and there was no salt in here for 3 days. And I was like, "Where's salt? Where's salt? Where's salt?"
They need it.
You know what I mean? Because it just makes a flavour, a meal you wouldn't enjoy.
Yeah.
A meal you would enjoy. It's something so simple as salt. A little bit of Cajun seasoning, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of white pepper. Whatever. It's like just spice in your life.
Season it out. Yeah, season it out a bit, and it definitely does. Seasoning does work. Because at the start, I was like, God, I don't think I'm allowed this there. Yeah. And you was actually saying season the food out. And it was a big difference.
Makes your diet enjoyable.
Yeah.
This is it. Again, proper portions, padding your meals out so you're not actually starving. Yeah. Drinking plenty of water and a little bit of seasoning. It goes a long way.
Yeah.
What advice would you have for somebody listening if they maybe were, 2-3 stone overweight? What do they need to do?
Guys, if I was used the way I felt at the start, I didn't like it. Didn't like the weight that I was, and I had to do something. I put my head down and I said, I have to do this for myself. It's for no one else, only yourself at the end of the day. The Kickstarter is a great program with yourselves, and you are great help with it. No, you are, truthfully, you are a great help with it. The Kickstarter is a great program. Get onto it. Questions, if you want them answered, the boys are always there for you to answer them. You're not going to be left behind. You're not going to be thinking, oh God, what do I do here? What do I do there? There's always an answer at the end of the day. And stick to prep. Get your steps and your exercise in. Exercise is a good bit to do with it.
It's simple.
Yeah, it's simple seeing it, but I know sitting back looking at it the way I was, it was like, how am I going to do this? It was impossible. At the way I was like, how am I going to do this?
How to eat an elephant?
Yeah, exactly.
One bite at a time.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, that's what it is. You just have to take it slow and steady.
Yeah,
slow and steady, and bear with it. But it will pay off in the end.
Yeah.
It will pay off in the end.
And what was your reason? So it was like you're standing there,
I hated it. Yeah. I just hated the weight. I hated the extra weight on me. I wasn't happy. The weight it was pulling me down. It just wasn't healthy. I knew myself I wasn't healthy.
Yeah.
And I run around after the kids and stuff, and you want to be healthy, be running after them.
Yeah.
You don't want to be sitting in a slump, not being able to get up the chair or do this or do that. And I felt an awful lot of muscular pain carried on, and it was down to the weight, because it's not as bad as it is now.
Yeah,
definitely not.
I know it's crazy, because it was, I'd almost say it was a great experience for you and for anybody listening, you know, because you basically went from, you know, 66 kilo, lean, healthy, active, to somebody, you got a taste for what it feels like at 107 kilo.
Yeah.
You don't want to, it's hard.
It's hard.
You know, it's like when
really
people
hard.
are overweight and they're kind of saying, you know, I don't like exercise, I don't like going for walks and all that stuff. I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
You know, if somebody threw on 40 kilo onto my back and told me to go for a walk, I was,
it is very hard.
I'm supposed to do push-ups.
I know that.
If I do push-ups in a class here, it's tough enough.
The push-ups was the nail in the head for me when I come back. I can't get myself off this ground.
Yeah.
I was actually scared. Yeah. Not scared, but the way I couldn't even. I was like, oh jeez.
I had the exact same moment when I was in college. I started out at clothing, and I say it was only 10-15 pounds.
Yeah.
But it was 10-15 pounds and probably 5 to 10 pounds of muscle loss that I had.
Yes.
I did a high plank after 10 seconds when I was shaking, and I was the same. I said, never.
That's
never ever again. I went home, took a picture. Like I said, looked. I literally went home because I was. You don't see it coming on.
You don't see it coming on.
And I literally was like, what is happening to me? And I went home and I looked in the mirror, I stand in my boxers, like literally just completely vulnerable. I said to Chloe, I literally take a picture of this. This is not who I am.
Yeah.
This is never happening again.
Yeah.
I literally had an identity crisis because for my whole life I was a boxer, and I was active, I was fit, I was healthy. Yeah. And then to be able to just go to this and look in the mirror and not like see, it's very powerful.
It's very, very powerful. And we had a wedding in the middle of when I was pregnant, and I had to go and get a dress. But sure, I never thought. I just says, oh, I'm pregnant. And somebody took a picture of me. And the size of me.
Yeah.
My face, everything. I didn't think I was that big till somebody actually had a picture. And I was actually embarrassed that I let myself go like that. And I did let myself go. It's not, I can 100% hand on say it wasn't all baby. It wasn't. It was me.
But in saying that, what about the hormones? How do you
I know hormones as well, but Brandon, I had a lot to play.
Really?
I'm not joking.
Yeah.
I tell everybody, it was me as well. I would a lot to play in it. I'd have crap.
Yeah. So if you went back now, what would you change?
I wouldn't do what I did. It was like there was no stop taking food.
How would you intervene though?
I'd just carry on the way I am at the minute, and if I add in an extra few calories or whatever calories you're supposed to be on for a pregnancy, but I wouldn't let it go to that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't. Unless a lot of fluid or something was a reason for it to be there.
Yeah.
I know you're pregnant, but you only are pregnant. You shouldn't eat for 20. You're only really realistically eating for yourself and for the baby.
Yeah,
but
babies are small, man.
Babies are small. They're not. It's not the baby the whole time, and it's not. And I told her, oh yeah, it is. It's not.
I know because Chloe was pregnant and I wasn't pregnant, and because obviously she craved something, I'm like, I'm craving something too. You know what it is? This is it.
He says, are you jealous of getting fatter than you or whatever? No. But honestly, men do crave the same as women, I think, or they put on weight so quickly.
It's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
It's just, like I said, I can take 100% responsibility. Yeah. There's no hormones.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
because
you fall into a little bit of a slump.
Yeah, it really is, and you're not going out, or you couldn't be bothered going out.
Yeah.
Just not, you're in your pajamas at 5 o'clock in the day.
Yeah.
That's not me.
Yeah.
That is not me. And it was like, oh, fuck. And I'd go to the shop, I'd get chocolate bar, get this, get crisps, and it was a habit every night. I had to go and do that.
You get used to that kind of high. It's almost like a drug addiction.
Yeah, it really is. It is.
The thing to say with kind of drug addicts like alcohol, it's like when you start off, 4 drinks get you there.
Yeah.
And for a while, 4 drinks get you.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's 5.
Yeah.
And it's 6.
You're adding on
7.
all the time.
You start getting accustomed to it.
Yeah.
And then eventually you're sitting there with 8, 10 drinks.
Yeah.
And you're actually, I just feel kind of normal.
Normal, yeah.
It's like that's the most common thing when they say with drugs is like you need it just to get to normal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas at the start it used to be a treat.
Yeah.
And you used to get this great buzz out of it.
Yeah.
Like the bread. I'm probably does one thing because you were so fit and healthy and active and you're like, look, I am pregnant, I'm going to treat myself.
Yeah.
You said, you can have a whole loaf.
Yeah.
Should I have a loaf? Why not? Should I? I'm actually, do you know what, that bread was really nice. Another one. And eventually that was just a habit.
But it is a habit.
And that's just normal then.
Big habit.
Yeah.
A bad habit. Bad habit.
This is it. And it's all about kind of cultivating good habits. I mean, the thing about habits is there's a few great books I definitely recommend people listen to or read. One's The Power Habit and the other one's Atomic Habits. And the one that stuck with me was The Power Habit.
Yeah.
And basically was kind of talking about, there was this guy and he got brain damage, right?
Yeah.
And essentially what happened was he got brain damage and he lost all short-term memory. But for whatever reason, whatever way the brain works, very complicated, was that he could still build routines in his head. So him and his wife essentially would go out for a walk. They'd walk this loop, and he'd be picking up leaves, and he'd kind of be doing his little routine, going for a walk, walking past certain houses, all this kind of stuff, and he'd come back with his wee collection of leaves and pine cones and all that kind of stuff. Just little bits that he picked up, and that was all grand, and all this happened or whatever like that. And whatever happened, they normally do this about 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock came, they weren't going. He headed off for a walk by himself, and she lost her shit because she was like, he doesn't have short-term memory. He doesn't know what's going on. He can't communicate properly. He's getting old. He had a brain injury, whatever. She's going around mad looking for everybody. Have you seen him? Have you seen him? Have you seen him? 40 minutes pass, the same route as normal walk. He lands back into the house.
Same.
How does he walk into the house? Because as soon as he went off into that, he just followed the habit. Just a routine. Just a routine. Picking up the leaves, come back to the same collection he always had. Despite the fact that if you had asked this man to draw you a map of the house from the room he was in all the way upstairs into the bathroom, let's say, he couldn't do it. But he could walk the route simply through habits. Because it's automatic. So when people are kind of, Friday night Chinese, Friday, Saturday, Sunday night drinks, they literally are clicking into this gear that they literally, it's like, this is just what we do.
They need it.
The brain will save you energy, basically. So instead of him going, okay, like every time, you get into the car, and I think about when you were learning to drive versus what you do now. It'd be very weird if your brain still kept all that conscious, because the path would say, you've done it before. Press foot down, index first, and away you go. That sort of way. And eating food's the same, exercise is the same. You don't need to now, it doesn't cost you as much energy now as it did when you first started to exercise to make that initial decision. But initially, it takes quite an awful lot of energy. Let's say it starts off at a 10, next time it's the exact reverse. Then it's a 9, it's an 8, it's a 7, and eventually it's a 2 or a 1. The whole way through. You know what I mean? Now, sometimes if there's a particular or killer workout and you see a few people's faces, it becomes conscious then. We become aware of it. It's like, oh shit.
This is hard.
Oh, I don't want to do this now. It's just quite scary. Or you pick up a new set of weights. You know what I mean? And that's another thing that people kind of fall into the habit of,
is just staying with the one weight.
Sticking with the one weight. It's habit, it's comfortable. It's
I
cozy.
was, and then Chris changed it all up there, and it's great. I've moved up.
But that's why coaches are so important.
It's
because you'll have somebody just goes, here, let's go. I know what you're capable of, despite the fact that you're cozy. It's time to not get cozy.
Push it on. You need to push it on. It's a baby with their bottles. Waking up for bottles. They're in a habit of waking up their time as well. How did you find fitting in your new lifestyle routine with another wee baby? Great. 2 older girls are brilliant help.
Oh, really?
It was great help with them. Only for them in the morning times, I wouldn't have been able to get out.
Really?
With that COVID, even during the COVID, I was doing it at the house, but they would have her in and away from me because I needed to do it at that time every morning. Just had a thing on my head, I had to do it at that time every morning.
The workouts?
The workouts.
Oh, cool. Brilliant.
I just have it done, and that was me then, free for the whole day.
But
they're a great help. The kids
because you're so busy. You needed to get it out of the way.
I needed to get it out of the way, Brandon. Evening time is no good for me because you're just constantly on the go. Well, it wasn't on the go because of the COVID, but you're still on your go with the kids. But no, they were great help. They're only for them. During it,
And what any challenges, any obstacles?
Challenges.
Sleep?
No sleep. You don't get sleep with a baby, Brandon. And she still wakes every 2 hours.
Oh, really?
Every 2 hours. And it's hard.
It
is hard.
It's crazy. It's different.
It doesn't even matter if she wants a bottle or you still have to get up. And when you're up, then you're woke.
Well, that's not me. If I'm up, I can go back to sleep pretty handy.
I'd say it. That's men. James doesn't even hear me getting up.
I suppose actually that's a great point because Chloe's the exact same. When she's up, she's up.
When you're up, you're up. So every morning, even now, I'd be downstairs at 5 o'clock every morning. She will not go back to sleep after that time, and I just get up. Get up and but I try to go to bed early.
What time's early?
9:30, 10 o'clock. Most nights I do try to get away to bed because I need to. See, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock comes in the day, and you're just eyes are closed, and people, why don't you go for a nap? I was like, I couldn't lie down during the day. Couldn't do it.
Oh, really?
Oh, I couldn't, Brandon. I just think there's too much stuff to do.
You want
far too much. I have to do this, but I try to go to bed early. Now I mightn't sleep, but I try to rest.
That's great. Again, another great point. You need just to do the bed log. Because some nights you'll sleep and other nights you won't. It's great.
Some nights you get into it and you're just out cold.
And it's habits again. If you get into the habit of people don't realise any stimulus is addicting. So stimulus is touch, sound, hear, smell, taste, whatever it is. It's like, so if you get used to watching your favourite show, that's serotonin for your brain.
Yeah.
So anything that provides your brain with serotonin can eventually become a habit.
Yes.
So exercise can become a habit. Eating shit can become a habit. Going to bed early can become a habit.
Yeah.
Because there's almost like this. I always get like a moral victory if I go to bed early.
Yeah.
And I can get addicted to that.
Yes.
Or I can stay up late and I can watch my favourite show on Netflix.
Yeah.
And there's a serotonin bump with that.
Yeah.
So if you can't get into the habit of going to bed early,
yeah,
going to bed late will become a habit.
Yeah, I know that. That's why I try, because if I go over then that time, I mightn't get to bed maybe 12, 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I have to.
Yeah.
I can't say, right, I'm going to bed.
And what is it you do? What's the decision that you make? You watch the TV? What do you normally do when you go shut it down?
Well, I would sit after, I'd sit down and have a cup of coffee or whatever. And
you have a cup of coffee?
Oh, I could drink coffee till 5 o'clock in the morning, Brandon, and still sleep.
My
There's no difference with me. No difference whatsoever. And before I got pregnant, I would have had about 9, 10 cups of coffee a day.
Oh, really?
And then I couldn't drink coffee with her. That's the one thing I went off was coffee. I couldn't drink it. I was nearly sick every time I drank it. So, and then when I got back on, I only drink maybe now 1 or 2 a day.
Yeah.
I don't put myself up to what I was before, but it is.
That's good. That's some jump down.
Yeah. No, it is. But night I love to have one in the evening time. Just sit. I love a good nice cup of coffee. And
I mean, we're the same. We do tea.
Yeah. Oh, tea.
Oh, really?
Just milk can't be in something hot, Brandon.
Oh, you've black coffee?
Yeah. Yeah.
No bother to you.
No, it can't.
Milk can't be in something hot.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's rotten.
I get where you're coming from. Yeah, Chloe takes her tea very, very dark. She'd be the same.
Yeah.
She was on black tea there for a while, but a little bit of milk.
I just don't think milk should touch dark with just not nice. But bedtime, just go right. I'm going to bed now. Yeah. And the kids, the older kids could be still up, and James could be still. I just said right. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, and honestly, I think that's a little thing an awful lot of people are missing called discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's easy to stay up and have the crack.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like just to be ability to say no. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, you do.
And I don't have that.
Yeah.
For the bedtime, Chloe has that.
Yes.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Because again, that's one thing I was saying with the ship.
Yeah.
You know, it's like sometimes when you're having your weaker moments, you need somebody on board to
say. Yeah, you do. You do. And there's another few things too. Discipline is and say no, because we were out a couple of times when I was on the Kickstarter, and I asked we were in restaurants and I asked could I have it without like the Caesar salad. I asked could I have it without dressing?
Yeah.
They accommodate for you.
Yeah, exactly.
They accommodate. So don't be afraid if you're going out for something or whatever.
Can you not fry that? Can you boil it? Can you bake
that's the way I asked. What's the way is that done? And they don't care because that's what they're there to do.
Money.
Yeah, that's all they're there to do.
Customer's always right.
I went out a couple of times and we had our dinner and stuff, and it was grand. It all fitted into the thing. Kickstarter. It was nothing that you couldn't have had. But yeah, saying no.
Yeah, it's very, very important.
Big
honestly,
thing is no.
What's that? Father Ted thing.
Yeah.
No, this wonderful word our Lord gave us when we don't want any cake. You know, some people could just watch that scene over and over again. Just learn to say no. Yeah. And it's tough. And again, it's a habit.
It is a habit.
You know what I mean? Some people just very easily just fall into sure.
I'll do it.
There's only one.
One turns to God knows how many.
Exactly. And it takes that little bit of wisdom and that little bit of discipline to just be like, actually, you know what?
I don't need it.
Or structure. You know, be able to say, you know what, I will have it. I just have it at 7 o'clock this evening with my chocolate bar, as I always do.
Sit down and have your cup of tea and have your bar of chocolate. Yeah. Don't, I always, during the day, we'll have that after later on or whatever. Yeah. I know I have it. And I'm going to enjoy it when I sit
you look forward to
it.
Yeah, and again, that's discipline. Some people need to have a party on the hour, every hour. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I should need, it's a cup of coffee, or it's, all right, now my cup of coffee's over, what's next? You know, looking for my next fix.
Just they're looking for
chocolate bar, bit of bread,
It definitely, it is like that.
It's exactly what it is. Because as I said, addiction is just it's a bad habit.
Yeah.
Addiction is a bad habit.
Yeah.
It's a really powerful bad habit, and that's why drugs and alcohol is so powerful.
Yeah.
Because they work.
Yeah.
Because they work so effectively, it gives your brain a massive spike in serotonin, and it's just like anything else. If you get a massive spike, if you sit down and you have a Gordon Ramsay meal, if you sit down then next and literally have fucking rice, broccoli, and fucking chicken, you're
looking at what is this?
It's not as palatable.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And people kind of get into this,
I need it.
Foods these days are super, hyper palatable.
Yeah.
The companies spend millions and millions of dollars or euros, whatever it is, engineering these foods for that bliss moment, they call it.
Yeah.
So you eat a chocolate biscuit, it's the right amount of chocolate, it's the right amount of crunch. You know, it's like they've had it with more, they've had it with less, they've had it a little bit softer, they've had it a little bit crunchier, and they've literally marketed this to be perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The right size. Oh, it leaves me wanting more.
More,
you know what I mean? And this is just it.
This happens.
And people get caught into this addiction of food, and it's a big thing, you know, especially for people who are obese and overweight.
Yeah.
It's like the hard truth for an awful lot of people is they're addicted to food.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is. And I know because I've literally caught myself addicted to Pop-Tarts first thing in the morning. You know, 6 o'clock, you'd be tired, you're like, right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'll have Pop-Tarts once for a treat because I'm really tired, and then that's turned into the Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and then it turns into let's buy another box, and then that's it. You're in the habit.
It's a habit of doing it again and again. It is. It definitely is. It's a big habit.
Exactly, and that's one of the things I not necessarily hate fad diets because they're great for kind of flipping the switch. Yeah, you know, so we wear at one extreme, we're going to go to another extreme, which is great for that turn off moment. Yeah, but then normally it goes from this because it's an extreme. You can't sustain an extreme.
Definitely not. I did them once before, and definitely the Kickstart is.
Well, what ones did you try before?
I was other gyms and stuff in them 12 or 8 weeks or 6 weeks and stuff like that, and you weren't allowed nothing until halfway through it, and you crave that. Yeah. You were just this time round. I say I'm not doing that, and Stephen on your shelf says that if you want a bar chart or 200 calories, keep it underneath 200 calories. I did save that for 200 calories, and when I did, it was the protein, the fulfilled salted caramel for a long time. But then I just swapped around because there is a lot of bars in between that you can have. Yeah, and I just kept it to that.
Exactly. Yeah, and like I said, if every once in a while you want to go full dairy milk,
go for it. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
definitely.
But it has to be sustainable.
It is. You have to sustain. Otherwise, you just because at the end of it, what are you going to get? I don't know what I want after this. Yeah. I actually didn't want nothing. Yeah. And I didn't have nothing.
There you go. Good woman. Yeah, because
I had what I wanted.
Yeah. What was I going to say to you? How long ago or how many years ago would you say you tried your first diet or first gym program?
First diet, about 4 years ago maybe.
Okay.
And a lot of it was strict. Bread, you weren't allowed bread, you weren't allowed this, you weren't allowed that. That's what messed me up with scales and different things like that. Yeah. From that, and then I came and joined your shelves, and it was totally different. Total brilliant. You are more into your nutrition, and it's not all about diets. Yeah. Your gym, balance. It's balance. It's lifestyle. It's life. It's just life. Exactly. It's life. It's realistically, it is life.
Exactly. Well, again, it's very strange here because we get an awful lot of people kind of like, oh, you never do this or you never do that. It's like, guys, honestly, the reason we preach balance is because we're on the same right as the rest of you.
Yeah, but you are the same as our shelves, Brandon. You are doing the same as us. You are, if you're doing, one of you could be doing the Kickstarter. You did the Kickstarter. You know what it is. You know what its outcome of it is, and what you can lose and what.
And again, the other side of it as well. It's like not all of us. Me, Chris, Stephen, Niall, Sam. We're all different body fats. Yeah. Like we've all got our own goals. I'm into boxing. I was into running for a long time. We understand what it's like for life to shift and goals to shift. So 100%, everybody has to find whatever it is. I know for Stephen's priority number one for a long time was this place. Yeah. And his own health suffered for the most part because he was like, look, this is just the season that I'm in. Yeah. And hence one of the reasons why the Kickstarter started, because he was like, look, I need something to keep that I can fit into my lifestyle. Yeah. And that needs to be at the heart of it, because if I got this business going on, we've obviously got business people in here, but like yourself, and other people who just maybe have family or work or whatever it is, it's like, it's great to do something like 8 or 12 weeks and make it your number one priority, but that's not suitable for everybody all the time. No. And again, we have that option as well. If you want to go hard at it, I will work away. I will crack at you. Let's go. Let's cut out bread. Let's cut out carbs. If that's what you want to do, if you want to get absolutely shredded, 100%. But if that's not what you want to do, you might need an alternative as well. Yeah. 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 No, definitely. No, only for you as well with that Kickstarter. That's what I'm saying. You understood where we were coming from, and you wanted to help us to do it. You weren't just there to say, "Oh, here, take that leaflet, go home and read it," and that's the way you have to do it. There was what you had to do, when you had to do it, whatever. It was very, very good. Good. I'm glad. Very good. Okay, I think that's pretty much us. That's great. Let's wrap it up. That's great. That's good chat. Good chat. Yeah. All right, guys. If anybody was inspired by that, guys, I'd appreciate if you commented, liked. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, guys. An awful lot of you listening or watching and not subscribed. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. But again, guys, if you need to lose weight, listen to that again. All right. I hope if you found that inspiration, if you took something out of it, comment, let us know. Again, it's an incredible journey around Cathy. It really was something serious, guys. Again, she was 107 kilo just before she had the baby, down to 66 kilo. In 7 months, she lost 20 kg. It's very, very possible. It's very, very doable. If you feel like you've got the odds stacked against you, everybody does. If you think, you know, nobody understands me or nobody's been through what I've been through, you know, you can throw a stone to somebody who understands you and has been through what you've been through. Everybody has it. Everybody's going through the same stuff. And look around you. Listen to people like Cathy who have done it before and have the words of wisdom. Just want to say thanks so much, Cathy, for taking the time to come in. We really appreciate it. I always say anybody who follows this program gets an A+ from me. And again, massive respect, because you make what we do so much more enjoyable, because I've definitely had clients that just haven't followed the program, and it can be very, very frustrating and very, very disheartening, because obviously we want the best for people, and to see somebody come and take the best from the program and apply it, it brightens my day, and it makes everything worthwhile. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much as well.
Guys, thanks so much. Follow me on Instagram, FF Movement Coach, or the main Fighting Fit channel, Fighting Fit _ or Fighting _ Fit. Follow us on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, all that fun stuff. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.
Thank you.